Hello everyone, welcome to Success Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about 10 guides to frugal living to retire early and become successful financially. If you are new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. If you're not sure where your next dollar is coming from, you're probably not sure where your last dollar went either. If you like the better things in life, having extra cash in the bank might come in helpful. But you'll need to be frugal with your money to do so. Here are some frugal living tips that can help you become rich. Number 10 is keeping track of how much you spend. It can be hard to keep track of all the things that cost money. People often wonder where some of their money goes when they look at their bank accounts. Because of this, it's important to keep track of your costs. You can do this with a spreadsheet or a Word document, whichever is easiest for you. If you look closely at how you spend your money, you might get a clear picture of what you might need to cut from your budget or find out if something strange is going on with your money. If you keep track of your money and find that you have less than you should, you might want to look into it. There are hackers and con artists, so be careful. We also pay a lot of money for subscriptions to things we probably don't care about anymore. If you keep track of your spending and see what you're paying for a program you're no longer interested in, you can cancel your subscription and save the money. 9. Take your time before you buy something. People often buy things they really want as soon as they get paid, because that's the only time they have the money. This isn't always a good idea, though, because you'll cut into your savings right away. It might be hard to wait another month or two after seeing something you really want, but it might be better than spending your money as soon as it comes in. If you wait a few months and use the other strategies to make more money during that time, you won't feel as much financial pressure when you go back to the same store to buy the same thing. Also, it might be a good idea to wait a few days before buying something since the price of many things goes down over time. Number 8, be careful with the things you own. Fixing broken things like cars and household appliances costs a lot of money. Even though it's not always our fault when our things get broken, we could try to be more careful with them to avoid having to replace them. Many of us take our phones and computers everywhere we go, and sometimes they slip out of our hands. Try holding them tighter so you don't have to take them to a repairman. It's a small thing to think about, but it could be a big difference in how much you save. If you like what you've seen so far, please like the video and tell us what you think is the best way to save money. Number 7, instead of going out to eat, eat at home. It has more to do with food. Spending $5 on KFC for lunch every day may not seem like much, but at the end of the month, it adds up. The same goes for coffee and other foods and drinks that look good and are cheap when you're out and about. Cutting back on how much you spend on these foods will definitely help you get richer, but it will cost you something. Use what you can do. Number 6. We've heard over and over again that the key to getting rich or making more money is to have more than one source of income, not just one. If your 9-to-5 job doesn't pay enough for you to live comfortably, you can use any skills you have to add to your monthly income. Some people think they don't have any special skills that someone would be willing to pay for, but this is not true. It's easy to find a recipe online and bake a batch of cupcakes. And there are lots of people who like sweets who would buy a tasty cupcake from you if you let them know you're selling them. If you can write, you can sell your skills on websites like Upwork and Fiverr. But this isn't just about writing. People with skills in digital art marketing, making spreadsheets, video editing, voiceover production, and many other areas can find work on these sites. If you're good enough at what you do, you can charge more and make a living from it. For now, though, just think of it as an alternative. Use what you're good at to make some extra cash. You won't regret it. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. 5. Don't buy the newest item. Advertisers and the media are always trying to get us to buy the newest gadgets as soon as they come out. But even though you might feel like you're falling behind if you don't buy the newest iPhone, AirPods, or other device, you might be glad you didn't spend money on them in the long run, especially if the ones you already have work fine. 4. Sell everything you don't need anymore. This one may seem strange, since most people don't think of themselves as salespeople or think they have anything worth selling. But you'd be surprised at how many things you have that are still in good shape, but that you don't use anymore. This is the best way to get rich if you're the type of person who goes through phases. Have you ever had a baking phase where you bought tools you didn't use anymore and then sold them on Craigslist or Facebook? Have you gone through a YouTube phase you don't care about anymore? You should also sell your mic and camera. Do the same thing if you have an old phone that you don't use. It doesn't have to be big. As long as it's in good shape, someone will buy it. You just have to sell it with the right words. You might be surprised by how many people are waiting to buy your stuff. More people are looking for things you don't need than you think. Third, don't spend money if you don't have to. As previously stated, it can feel as if we must pay for something every time we turn in life. This is kind of true, but probably not as much as you think. There are some things we spend money on that we don't really need, and if we decided to go without them for a few months or even a year, the money we would save would be well worth it. Yes, it's nice to take yourself out once in a while and buy yourself snacks when you're hungry, but if you stop doing these things for a while, you'd save quite a bit money. It might seem like too much right now, but remember that it won't last forever. Try going a few months without spending extra money on things like movies or clothes you saw in a store window. Second, you should always have a fund for emergencies. If you need a lot of money quickly, having emergency savings can help keep your regular savings from getting too low. Your regular savings can be used for day-to-day expenses and maybe even some nice things when you get to that point. Your emergency savings, on the other hand, will only be used when you have to spend a lot of money on something. If you need a loan to pay for something urgent, this extra money can also keep you from going into debt. In real life, you might not see the point of keeping a large amount of cash in a separate account when you could use it to pay bills and other expenses. However, in the unlikely event of an emergency, it will come in handy and take the pressure off of your regular savings. So you won't have to worry about how you'll pay for everyday things after paying your bills. First, save a little bit whenever you can. Depending on what you do for a living, this may seem like a hard thing to do because we have to spend so much money on day-to-day things. There always seems to be something to pay for, from food to transportation. Even though this is partly true, it doesn't mean we shouldn't try to save what we can. Even if it seems like we need money everywhere we turn, saving just $1 a day can help us a lot in the long run if we keep at it. When was the last time you got money back when you bought food or groceries? Most likely, it happens more often than you think. Even though this change might help with other costs, saving a few dollars won't hurt. At the time, it may seem like a lot, but you'll be glad you did it when you need it for those quarters and dollars. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.